Hey Pisces, I am here to give you a view about what's in store with this start of eclipse season that we just moved into less than 24 hours ago, and sort of how the energy is going to be rolling out leading up to the Aries new moon solar eclipse that will be coming in on the 29th of March. Big alignment point, also a point when something will be illuminated, something that will be seen that hasn't been able to be sort of grokked since the Aries solar eclipse that came in last year in 2024, back in April. Okay. There's something that is going to be evident that was not evident at that time, all right? There is a little bit of an energy in play that you're feeling antsy, that you feel like something's taking too long. I do feel like you're hoping to get your opportunity. You're hoping to get a certain opportunity firmly within your grasp. And this could even have to do with somebody that you want to partner with on somebody. I don't know. Could it be? Could it be you're partnering with somebody to kind of tackle an issue with a particular somebody? That's possible. Okay. It could be two people coming together to try to weed out what they see as a problem, as a potential issue in a situation. I do feel like there's something you need to alchemize in this situation. There's something that's been going on for a while. You feel like it's just a holding pattern and nothing's really moving forward the way you want. I also feel like you got to be careful how you move forward in this situation, whatever it is, because if you do so willy-nilly, it's like the situation could really easily get out of hand quite rapidly. You have to be a lot more strategic than this. In some cases, some of you are hoping to get away with something. You know, you're kind of like playing it a little close to the edge. You know that it could make things a little bit more messy, a little bit more complicated, and yet you feel like this is what I got to do in order to overcome a particular hurdle. All right, let's see what we got here. Working with the herbal astrology oracle. Yes, there's some kind of healing that you're doing here. It's some kind of psychic integration work you're doing. I also feel like your dream life is really active and there's a lot that you're sorting out in the dream realm. I did get Dream Weaver coming in for you. Dream Weaver was a download that came in here on the channel a little ways back. And I feel like that applies to your situation. I can't remember what sign that download was for, but let me write it down so I don't forget to link that particular download for you, Pisces, because I feel like that's activating for you right now during this lunar cycle. It makes no difference what sign it's connected to. There's some message there for you with the Dream Weaver. You might be trying to sort something out through the subconscious, and your access to that is in your dream world. There's a lot of information coming in there, something that is going to get you aligned with your point of empowerment. I'm hearing it makes it very clear what you need to do to rise to a particular challenge, to hit the mark, to achieve some success. It could even be success with a certain somebody, certain opportunity you're wanting to have within your grasp. This may be somebody that you feel like you have a psychic connection with. It could even be that there's somebody that is already passed on, somebody that you needed to do some kind of integration or healing work with. You didn't get an opportunity to do that, and now you're doing that. Some of you are making peace with certain psychic gifts that are awakening within you. Some of these gifts may be mediumship, might be coming in quite strongly for you. You might be sharing yourself on this level a little bit more, willing to let people see this side of you, and yet at the same time there can be a little nervousness around how it will be received. I do feel like this is something that you could become very known for, that you have certain healing abilities that come through when you're able to connect people with loved ones who have passed on, because it gives them an opportunity to work through issues where they weren't able to have a closure. It's always harder for the people left behind than it is for those who have already crossed the veil. And I do feel like there is something here you're working with. It could be with a Capricorn, possibly. All right. There also could be a period of psychic healing that you're bringing to a close, because we've just entered a new Saturn cycle. And so now there's a new learning cycle that's coming in here. There's some lesson that you completed. There's something you balanced out here. It's got the triagram for Li, which is fire in the I Ching. And I do feel like you faced some fire test of truth, and you've had some kind of emotional cleansing here. I do feel like it was with a really tricky aspect. It was something that had you chasing your own tail for a while, until you could take this subconscious sort of influence and bring it up to the light, and you're like, I got you now, okay? You could have been dealing with a tricky little devil. You could have been dealing with a Capricorn. Also with the water fire vibes, I got temperance kind of energy coming in. There could have been a Sagittarius connected to this as well. We also see the scales here representing Libra, but also this sort of crane energy is reminiscent of the goose energy. So again, it is giving Capricorn. But when I'm getting Capricorn, I'm getting more that like that 10th house, you know, how you're seen by others, how other people receive you. Sort of what you're putting out there, how people are taking it in, how this affects your status, how this affects your public reputation, how it affects your brand, your ability to grow, what you're investing your time and energy in. I got the number 7 coming in around that, so there could be some kind of luck cycle opening up here. I also feel like there's some piece about an offering that's being made to you that can bring more harmony to the work that you're doing here. There might be something that you need to harmonize with somebody as well. We do have Venus energy up here, so that is evoking Taurus, that's evoking Libra, okay? And with the scales here, yes, there could be something that needs to be balanced out here. It's something a little held over in the South Node back from when Libra was holding down that fort before it changed hands to Virgo. There is something coming back around in relation to that. There's blockage there. There's blockage there. 7:44 on the clock, 7 to 8. In order for a manifestation to come through, something needs to be balanced out here. Something needs to be balanced out in a relationship in particular, in some kind of partnership. Harmony is possible. I see that. This could be a matter that involves 3 people, 3 destinies, and perhaps a little bit of confusion, some kind of burden that needs to be burned away in relation to this. Yes, it's one of those matters. Like foresight would have been a hell of a lot better than hindsight in this situation, but that's a lesson you learn only once you've integrated some of the medicine of the hermit. And you had to kind of step into the unknown, take some risks, that it puts you more in alignment with your truth. Also, it got like green Tara energy. There's something here where you're sort of taking the first action in a situation to bring about some kind of balancing out, some restoration of harmony. You're impatient. You want it to balance out a lot sooner, but it takes time. There's a certain truth that needs to be rooted here. There also could be a certain truth that needs to be pulled up out of the roots, like some truth that maybe is way back in your past that you need to pull up by the root, you know, get a second look at here. It might bring a little disruption with the planet Uranus, but eventually there's beauty on the other side and harmony. All right, let's see what we got here. One more round of these, and then I'll do a cover deck, and we'll move on to the full foil tarot. Beautiful deck, but a slippery deck. And I do feel like you've been dealing with Some slippery situations. Again, you've been doing a lot of psychic healing. You might have been trying to heal a connection with somebody that you don't have access to. So you're trying to, balance things out through a more sort of telepathic kind of means of connection or communication, trying to bring about some sense of peace, some sense of healing. Where there was wounding in a situation, we have rose here, love. Okay, this could have something to do with a love relationship that was severed, something that was sacrificed. Also a blind spot around this, something that wasn't brought to completion in the right way. There's also been bad blood in a situation. There's been a lot of grasping of thorns, and there's a need to get to the point of integration. Maybe this is what you feel really antsy for. Again, this came out for Aquarius. Also with the owl here, that's Sagittarius on the medicine wheel. So you might want to tune into that read, because Sagittarius energy came in really strong on the Aquarius download that I just brought in. So I do feel like there's a linking point, because what also came through on that read was this offering. All right. Only in your case, this offering, it's already upright. It's not like in a cross position. So I feel like you've already been giving up some offerings. I feel like you've already been connecting in some way, however you connect spiritually. You've been giving up some offerings. Maybe you've been offering up the bad blood in a situation. You've been really trying to work through some different feelings you've had in that situation. You recognize you've kind of been holding some baggage, something that's been holding you back, and you're ready to just like let it go. You're ready to let it go. You want to enter more of a magical flow in your life where you can just sort of trust the wisdom you gained navigating some pretty dark territory, I feel. But now there's clear vision about what's up ahead. Nothing's going to happen overnight. I feel like there is like a full cycle of time that needs to transpire in relation to this. There's 3 moons of initiation. So it's like the next 3 full moons that come in. So you just had a full moon. The next 2 are significant. And then right at that point, you'll find like your true north, your alignment with where you're supposed to go, what your next step is. And then there's 3 more full moons after that lead to sort of the culmination of this new portal opening up for you. It's got the vibes of reality tunnel, but I feel like during this process, before your vision can really come in for you, there's something you're psychically healing here. And it's in relation to a severed connection where there was so much hoped for beauty, but you just found yourself grasping the thorns. There might be something that grows of that yet that you can't see now. There might be a peace offering that's coming in here. All right. And there might be some kind of message that comes in relation to this. All right, let me do a cut of the deck here and see what we got coming up here. Yes, so we have grace. And again, this really is like you're balancing something out here. And there's the goose energy again. And also a lot of Sagittarian reference. So I feel like there is something that you're trying to balance out here. It could be related to a way you're seen by somebody, how somebody views you. You want to change their perception of you. Comes in on the 29th. So I feel like there's some kind of grace in a situation where it's like you're given a little grace for just being human in a situation. It gives you a little leeway, all right? A little leeway. I do feel like there's something that comes in, especially in relation to matters of the heart, that you feel is a bit of good luck. Like maybe you thought there wasn't a way to come to a place of alignment or come to a place of healing or integration or peace, and something is showing you with the new moon in Aries that indeed this is possible. It very well could involve a Capricorn. A Capricorn or a Sagittarius is really what's coming through very strongly in this read. 29 energy breaks down to 11. There could be a Libra in connection, 24/6, 2 sixes there. That makes me think of Gemini energy. Also, 6 is also the number of Venus. So you very well could be dealing with a Libra. You could be dealing with a Taurus. You could have one of those signs strongly aspected in your chart. If so, you should really look at where you have those placements, because they have a lot to inform you about the work that needs to be done here. Like, where do you need that psychic integration? It's very important. There's some kind of wisdom that gets activated there that gives you clear sight about your next step forward, to really bring you into alignment with your North Node and the potential it wants to be activated for you. It's some kind of harmony that comes after a time of real deep integrative healing. I see that in relation to a love relationship. Pisces, your house. I mean, it's really personal to you. You may have been dealing with a blind spot in this situation. This may be a relationship that you feel has been on a bit of a karmic loop. This could even be a situation where you were dealing with some kind of sabotaging element. That could be a third party in the mix. That could be one's own sabotaging elements that are related to subconscious narrative that's sort of running the show and preventing there being some kind of healing in a situation where it's really desired. Yeah, I feel like pay attention, because you got this like conduit energy coming in. There is communication coming in. Again, 42 breaks down to 6. Venusian energy is really strong in this read, as is Libra energy. And if I want to look at the 6th house, we could look at Virgo energy as well. Gemini, Taurus. Okay, these are like the key energies coming through. There is a hint for you to check out the Sagittarius Aquarius read, because there's some sort of mirrored themes coming up there. These are all people who can be factoring into your situation. Okay, so let's get some more details here. This is just an initiation of the energy. I'm going to be bringing in a lot more reads around this. We're going to start doing a lot more stuff really based around the lunar cycles here. It's something I felt drawn to do for a long time. So we're pulling out the gold foil tarot here. This is a real slippery deck. I do feel like there's something here that you are wanting to protect. A new beginning that you're wanting to protect here with the Fool. You got a lot of people cautioning you about heading in this direction. You feel optimistic. You feel like you can get away with it. You very well could be dealing with an Aries. Also, that Aquarian energy does come in with this as well. I think that things are starting to look up. I do think that it's wise to be aware of some lessons you've already learned, some things you've been through. But I do feel like when you have been held up, when that new moon in Aries comes in, it does open your road for you. It does, absolutely. 1818 on the clock, okay? It clears up some kind of confusion for you. And I feel like you're coming into alignment with another hermit sort of energy. You could be coming into alignment with a Virgo. If you're a Virgo rising, like, you're coming into alignment with somebody else who's also been sort of sorting themselves out. I feel like you're both spiritual people. I feel like you've been on your own sort of personal explorations, like trying to find yourselves, trying to really figure out, like, what is my philosophy in life at this point? What road do I want to explore? And I do feel like there is like this enthusiasm and this desire to have some kind of adventure. And I do feel like there is some kind of adventure opening up here. It may involve travel. It links you to somebody else. There could be a bit of sort of sharing of knowledge here too. It's sort of teaching each other something about your personal journeys that enhances the other's path in life. So this could be some kind of like coming into alignment with somebody who's a bit of a spiritual ally on the path too. As somebody you're meant to learn some very important spiritual lessons with. So I do feel like there's like this soulmate energy around this, okay? All right, let's see what we've got coming in here for you, Pisces. All right, now, right now, it's just about resting on a certain truth you've already arrived at. I do feel like There's been a little bit of a cutoff game going on here. You're not in communication with somebody. There's been a separation in a situation. I do feel like there's been some loss. I do feel like there's been some grief around this, but I also feel like you're very much in this place where you've rested on a certain truth. You went through a certain test of your truth, and you know what's true for you. And you're just at this point where you're trusting and you're letting go, right? You also may be needing some rest. You may be needing some rest because you've been navigating quite a bit, okay? Let's see what's coming in here. The more you feel called to rest, I encourage you to make space for that, because I do feel like you are getting a lot of activation happening in your dreams, a lot of messages coming in your dreams, a lot of coordinates coming in your dreams, and there's a lot that's going to be revealed to you in your dreams that will help make your waking life more smooth. Yeah, there's more messages coming in your dreams with the Page of Cups there, Pisces. You may want to issue a message to someone. You might be wondering, should I approach them? But there's a little bit of feeling leery about this with the Five of Swords, because I do feel like there's been a little something a little underhanded. It's been operating in this situation. What's crossing? It's around a choice, okay? So you might want to approach somebody, and you may be wondering, like, is it going to be weird if I approach this person? Because Page of Cups is your energy. Again, lovers, Gemini energy coming in here. There might be a certain reason why you're wondering if you are in the right, sort of place approaching somebody and making like some kind of offer or extending some kind of invitation or getting into communication with this person. This could be somebody who's recently broken up, because I do see two people here that are a bit, beside themselves. Something has ended here. And, I see you here maybe keeping an eye on the situation, Pisces, and wondering, should I take the risk, or are they going to think it's a little fishy if I approach them at this time? Okay. Interesting dynamic. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. Or you could feel like somebody's kind of keeping an eye on your situation. If you're currently going through a breakup, you wonder if, somebody is sort of just like waiting for their opportunity to pounce on the situation. All right. I do feel like there's like some kind of element of this in play here. And that's coming in here, Pisces. More details of this for Pisces, please. Anything else? And then I'm going to do a cut of the deck if nothing else comes out. Okay, yeah. Whoa. And again, something almost slid out of the hands, and it's in relation to this new beginning in love that's desired here. See, look at that. Ace of Cups to the Two of Cups. So I feel like you're really wanting a new beginning in love here. Or someone's wanting one with you, but it is coming in with the Page of Cups energy, like you really want to approach somebody. You're hoping for some kind of new beginning in love. You got your sights set on somebody here. Maybe somebody who's just getting out of a relationship. And so you're sort of like, oh, I don't know. Is it right for me to approach this person? But they may be wondering that about you. Okay. I do feel like that dynamic is in play. Flip flop it where you need to. Let me do a cut of the deck here and see what we got. Thank you. Let's enjoy the world of tarot. Okay, so I think this is something that is actually resonating for many of you. I think that many of you are in this kind of a dynamic here, and I think that somebody actually might appreciate you reaching out to them. All right, they might want to keep it just a little bit more casual at first here, right? But I think you're kind of in a position where you're like, oh, I just want to have some fun, That might be what it is. That might be what it is. Like somebody here, maybe you're approaching somebody, you see it as the Two of Cups. You want this like new beginning. with the person that you feel smitten about or you feel really drawn to, but they're maybe just getting out of something. They're like, look, I just want to have some fun here, with the 9 of Cups coming in with thank you. All right. Let's enjoy the world of tarot. The world in tarot is all about successful completion of a cycle. So I could see this being I heard that song, around the world, around the world. This could be like going on a trip one more time. I want to see the world in your eyes. Let's just enjoy one more whirl, one more go at it. This could involve a fixed sign energy, could involve a Taurus, a Leo, an Aquarius, or a Scorpio, okay? It's maybe you just want that, like, thank you for the fulfillment one more time. You know, somebody may feel this way in this situation. Somebody in this situation may just want to get it in, you know, one more time, get it in, one more time, get it in before I'm off the market. That could be a possibility too in some situations. I mean, for some of you, I think that arrangement could work. You'd be like, I'm down for that. This could also be somebody you work with. It very well could be somebody you work with the King of Pentacles coming in here. All right. Like, one more time before you're taken. One more time before you're off the market. It's possible. Capricorn came out pretty strong in your read. Strong Taurus indications too. Venusian energy was really strong there, so I could see that. And see, we also got Libra there too with Justice. So there's both of those energies really in play, I have to say. And there is something in this situation where, I don't know, I feel like you're kind of like, can we all just get along? Isn't there a way to make it work? And I feel like there's just a lot of fights in this situation, or this is a really competitive situation in some way. It's problematic in some way. And we got behind that. And then right behind that, we got the Emperor. So again, we're like right back where we started. This is pretty interesting. It's like a jockeying for position or a jockeying for a point of power. For some of you, this is going on in the arena of your work. For some of you, you may be tarot readers and you may feel like this is directly related to your work. You got somebody who opposes you here. You're trying to ace out the competition. You feel like you put in a lot of work. You've worked really hard. You're wanting to get, you know, your reward here. You're wanting to sort of be top dog in a certain arena. You might be deciding it might be good to kind of partner with somebody on something, whereas before you were thinking more of a competitive mindset. You might be looking more at a collaborative mindset here. You might want to extend an invitation to somebody. You're not sure how they react. You're not sure if they'll be game for it. I could see that too. But you could see how it could benefit both of you with this Emperor energy here. It could be an Aries connected to this situation. All right. That's what I got. I mean, what's behind the Emperor here? We got strength. I mean, I don't know. This could be a really strong pairing if you decide to go for it. It could be beneficial for both of you. You know, you may normally be sort of like from the mindset of, no, I don't really want to partner with somebody because you feel like it would hold you back. But like one-offs can be a good thing. I feel like it would garner a lot of attention. It could put you in a better position. All right. In terms of career, this coming in, this could be, you know, partnering on some kind of creative project here. I got Leo energy as well with strength here. You might have to do a little finagling, okay? Because I do feel like you might encounter some resistance in relation to this, but I think you might encourage somebody to be able to sort of like, you know, go for it here. There might be something about the other person lacks a certain level of confidence, and maybe you feel like they can help you out with that, or vice versa. All right, just coming in. And yeah, I mean, I see the 7 of Swords here. So this is about strategy. I'm not seeing this as a negative thing necessarily. All I would say is if you're going to partner with somebody on something, make sure the terms are fair. it should be even Stevens. It shouldn't be a deal where somebody gets, you know, most of the advantage and the other is like left in a position where, ooh, yeah, I could see, be careful of that. You see that cutoff energy? I could see how somebody would want to take more than their share, and then you feel like a little ripped off in that situation. Okay, so be careful about that. Make sure terms are really outlined. But I do think you can come to a happy agreement about this, and it could be really good. All right. So interesting energy here. Somebody in this situation may be like a little flirtatious. That's possible. This could be a little bit of business and pleasure, especially when you break out the bubbly, or if somebody in this situation likes to party. Like I could see there could be the desire to go there. This could be something that starts out as a working relationship, but one person has like a secret crush on the other, and then something gets revealed here. But I do feel that there's a person in this situation in terms of romance that sees it more as just like a personal gratification, hookup kind of energy. Yeah, let's go on a little jaunt. Let's have an adventure. Thank you. That was fun, you know. But I don't want to sign on for forever. Okay, so do pay attention to that as far as this particular dynamic. More will come in the future, but that's what I got for you right now. This is just the energy that's starting to come in with eclipse season. It does look like there's some opportunities for advancement on offer, especially with, you know, coming to sort of a way to work with others in a collaborative way that can benefit both of you. If this has something to do with some kind of promotional opportunity, I feel, I think it'll really pay off for you. And that's what I got.